All right, so Trump-Harris debate, right. And no, not talking memes or any of that. You're here for the real deal, right? What's the strategy?
Exactly.
We're going to find out what really happened in this thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Going past the sound bites, beyond the clips, figuring out the tactics involved.
We're doing a deep dive, going through all the CNN stuff, articles, photos. Heard some interesting rumors, too, actually.
Juicy.
But, okay, first things first. Anyone else get the feeling Harris came in ready to just poke the bear?
Oh, she was ready?
It's serious.
100%. Every little jab, totally calculated. I think she wanted to get under Trump's skin, and mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah.
It worked.
The boring rallies line.
Yeah.
I swear I could hear Trump's blood pressure spike like 10 points.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right? Instead of bringing it back to policy, to the issues, he gets stuck talking about crowd sizes.
Right.
And it's not just a one-time thing. This becomes a pattern throughout the whole debate.
Huh. So, point for Harris on strategy?
You could say that, yeah. But it's bigger than that. It's all about the image. Those reactions, they play right into this idea of Trump as, like, flustered, thin-skinned.
I see what you're saying.
And that's what the Harris campaign wants, right?
Well,
especially if you're an undecided voter, maybe those are the things that turn you off.
Okay, so Harris is thinking long game, playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
But let's talk actual policy for a second, yeah? Anything there we should be paying attention to?
Oh, absolutely. Take abortion. Big one. Huge EE point of contention. You got Trump trying to walk this line, right?
Okay.
Acknowledging some voters, they're iffy on the bans, the extreme ones at least, but still defending overturning Roe v. Wade.
And Harris, she went there.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about women denied miscarriage care, victims of assault unable to get abortions. That's real-world impact.
Exactly. You make the policy real, relatable. You show how it affects everyday people, and she really honed in on women with that one.
Speaking of real-world, let's switch gears to foreign policy, yeah? Or at least what they talked about regarding Gaza, Ukraine. Did either of them actually offer any solutions?
Not really.
No.
Harris stuck to, the usual calls for peace, two-state solution, all that. Trump mostly wouldn't have happened on my watch.
So more strong opinions, less concrete plans.
Pretty much. But here's where it gets interesting, right? See, Harris uses these moments to paint Trump as chummy with dictators. Plays on that whole anxiety around his foreign policy, right?
Yeah.
Remember, America first, raise some eyebrows. Seems like she's trying to stir those concerns up again.
Smart. And on a lighter note, we have to talk about the Taylor Swift thing.
Wild, right? Like, who knew politics and pop stars were such a combo? But it's not just about celebrity, right? Remember that whole childless cat lady comment about Trump's running mate?
And Swift bringing that up. Genius. Super subtle, but it speaks volumes, especially to younger voters who aren't exactly reading every political op-ed.
Exactly. It's like a whole new battleground,
Yeah.
right? You've got politicians fighting for attention on, Twitter, Instagram? It's wild.
Every tweet a potential headline, right? But speaking of headlines, CNN had this footage, right? A pro-Trump boat parade. And they were giving out an award for the most Trumpian boat. You can't make this stuff up.
It's almost funny, but it's deeper than that, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're literally wearing your politics, not even on your sleeve, on your boat. It's like identity politics 101.
Yeah. Supporting a candidate isn't just like a political choice anymore. It's about belonging to something bigger, right?
Yeah.
A tribe.
Totally. And you saw that in the debate too, right?
Yeah.
Trump, he paints this picture, and it ain't pretty, of America under a Biden-Harris administration.
Yeah, very us versus them.
Big time. Remember that line? He's like, we have a nation that is dying. Not exactly uplifting, right? But powerful, though. If you're already worried about the future, it kind of resonates.
Totally. Seemed to work for his base, that's for sure. Makes you wonder, though, were they even trying to win over anyone new? Or was it just about, rallying the troops they already have?
The million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
Because they both seem to be playing to their base, not really expanding, just reinforcing.
Which makes sense strategically, I guess. But is it good for, actually bridging the political divide? Not so much. Okay, but back to the debate itself. Did anyone really land a knockout blow?
It's tough to say. Trump was being, Trump, big pronouncements, going off script. Not always, shall we say. Concerned with the facts.
Diplomatic.
But he had his moments, right? He got a few good jabs in there that'll probably play well on certain channels.
Like when he brought up Harris's record as a prosecutor, that seemed to hit a nerve.
Totally. It plays right into those existing criticisms, right? Criminal justice reform, it's a big deal, especially for progressives. Definitely something she'll have to address if she wants to lock down that support.
So both sides had their moments, but no clear winner. par for the course when it comes to presidential debates, right?
Pretty much. It's more about optics than substance, wouldn't you say?
Which is a shame because the issues, they're real.
Yeah.
But okay, let's wrap up the big picture here. If you had to pick one thing that will stick with you past the memes and the Twitter wars, what would it be, honestly? It felt like, I don't know, less of a debate, more like a chess match.
Right.
Every word, every little move felt strategic. Makes you think, what does that say about how they see each other, the voters, the whole race to the White House?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the best part of these deep dives. We're not just watching the news go by, we're really breaking it down, figuring out the strategy behind it all.
Because knowing the why behind a soundbite, that's how you cut through the noise, right?
Yeah.
You figure out what actually matters.
100%. And that's what makes this so interesting, right? Did this whole thing even change anyone's mind? Or was it just preaching to the choir? Because at the end of the day, that's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah. Easy to get caught up in the drama, but what's the lasting effect? That's what we don't know. Well, that's our deep dive on the Trump-Harris debate, where we went way past the headlines to uncover the strategies and signals shaping this whole election.
Remember, being informed. It's not just about watching, it's about understanding the game.